Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio. We are your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182, on Charter Communications. That's in North Alabama. You can also find us on syndicated Abundant TV, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Let's talk about water. We need more water, and it's so quick just to go to that cola machine and grab a couple of colas, and I'm really guilty when it comes to coffee. Did you know when you drink 1 cup of coffee to stay hydrated, you've got to drink 5 cups of water just to make up for that? So I'm looking for some ways myself, and I know you are too. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about 15 ways to drink more water. This is from one of my favorite websites, yardbarker.com. Yardbarker.com. 15 ways to drink more water, and we're going to do it, okay? Drinking water, enough water is an important part of living healthier. It helps with your digestive system as well. But sometimes it's really hard to hydrate. You can be dehydrated in the wintertime just as well as you can in the summertime. Hopefully, summer's going to be here just any moment. Whether you prefer more flavorful drinks or you just forget to refill the cup through the day. We get busy, and we think, well, I'd have to go to the restroom more often, so maybe I don't need to drink as much water today. But we're going to talk about how to train your body to accept more water drinking throughout the day. So let's go ahead and get started. This is everything starts with a goal, right? When you do anything in life, start with a goal. Exercising the same way. If you keep yourself on trend and you know that every morning at 7 o'clock I'm going to do some sit-ups, you'll do it. Yeah, all it takes is 15 days to get into the regular. I'm going to do it. 15 days, that gets you started with a pattern. So it's a lot easier to accomplish these goals when you actually know what they are. So let's talk about that. Take the time to consciously set a daily amount for how much water you want to drink, and then hold yourself to it. And you'll need a bit more motivation, so decide on the reward you're going to treat yourself after you achieve your goal. You know what my reward usually to achieve something is? It's usually something to do with chocolate candy. That's my deal. So anyway, I'm going to set myself a goal for drinking at least, and start low, by the way. Oh, it's real hard to do it, to set a goal when you start at the top. It really is. And I'm one of those, I want to start at the top, so I have to really train myself. Let's see, I want to build up to 10 cups a day. Let's go ahead and start out with 5 cups a day, and then just build up to it, just like exercising. So I started doing these wall push-ups. We've talked about that. Started out doing 10 a day, which is really tough on me because I'm one of those, well, let's see, if I can do 10, I can do 50. Well, if I do 50 that first day, I'm going to be so incredibly sore that it's just not going to work out, because I'll be too sore to do more. You have to build up to things. So you know what? Now I'm to 100 of those a day. I started out with 10. Then I went to 25, then I went to 50, then 75, and now I'm doing 100 of those per day. Feel better, and you're going to last a whole lot longer throughout the day. Okay, now number two, we talked about setting a goal. Number 2, flavor it. Yeah, if you can come up with some kind of flavor, this is pretty awesome. So find the taste of water to be just a little bit blah. Now, by the way, when you reach that goal of drinking water, the taste of water won't be blah anymore. And I'll tell you something else. Drinking a cola, I still like to have a cola every once in a while. But now when I drink a cola, it just seems too sweet. You just got to get yourself trained. So if you like, sodas and juices and stuff like that, trying to add just a bit of kick to the water. And this is what I do. I still do this, okay? And it's really good for my asthma as well. So add to the water, add lemon, lime, or berries to create your own at-home spa. Or find a favorite blend flavor of drops or powders that you can use to help you reach for that glass. And I'll tell you something else. Herbs, grow herbs. And let me tell you what you can do. You can do either one thing. You can buy a plant. You can buy, say, basil. You can buy a plant at the hardware store and pay about $6 or $7 for it nowadays. Or if you go to the grocery store, you can buy a bunch, and you know what? It'll cost a lot less. Plant it. and you're going to have basil. And all it's going to take is a couple of leaves. But now let me tell you about basil and some of the other herbs. When you have basil and you're going to put some basil into your water, you need to cut it up. And just use your little knife, or if you have some scissors you can use. Make sure these are specific only to your kitchen, okay? Don't cut hair with them too. So make sure you cut those leaves up, because when you do, what you're doing is draining out those natural oils, and that's going into that water, and that's even a more added bit for you. So go ahead and try that. Okay, number 3, eat water-filled foods. Yeah, if you're like, oh my gosh, I work for a company right now, and I can't be running to the bathroom every few minutes. Eat water-filled foods. So if you're not thirsty, try a snack instead. So foods like cucumbers, just full of water. Celery, lettuce, grow your own lettuce, by the way. Broth, and even plain yogurt, they all contain high amounts of water to help keep you hydrated. And if you can, watermelon is an awesome thing. I mean, watermelon is just almost all water, and then you get all that pulp out of the watermelon too, that kind of helps make you feel like you're full. Okay, keep a reusable bottle with you. Yes, Phil and I were at a music event this past weekend. I forgot my water. I forgot the reusable water. And this is another thing. When you have asthma, or maybe this time of the year, it's just, it's crazy outside, because, we're going from winter to summer, all in the same day here in Alabama. We do that. And so it kind of makes your asthma act up just a little bit. So one thing you can do for the asthma, so get your bottled water. And, like a Yeti, or, even Walmart has their own brand, which is almost as good as a Yeti. And you're paying just a fraction of the cost of that. So go on ahead and put your water in there, get some lemon juice, and squeeze some lemon juice in there, and get some of your favorite herb, put that in there. And throughout the day, if you're having this problem with allergies or asthma or whatever, it's really, really going to help. I forgot this weekend, I forgot that bottle, and I'm going to tell you what, I could tell a huge difference. Now, what the article says at yardbarker.com, how you can drink more water if you have a container with you. How can you? When you do your phones and keys and wallets, and we all do this when we're heading out the door. We've got the keys, you got your wallet, you got your handbag, and all that. It's right there just to make sure that you don't forget it. Go on ahead and grab that reusable water bottle. Make sure you got that sitting there with yourself as well. And it's just a good thing to have. I have to keep water with me when I'm hosting the show. Okay, this is Valinda Miracle made this. Her place caught on fire, and you can still find her on the internet. I think she's still going to get back into it again. But I've got to have my water. And this reminds me of Valinda as well. And got my lemon juice in there, and my herbs floating around in there too. So this is, think of it, okay? All right, set reminders. 5 of 15 set reminders. So use your phone as your hydration reminder buddy. Okay, try setting an alarm for specific times throughout the day when you may need that nudge to help you reach for the water, like your post-lunch or after your cup of coffee. Okay, and again, my friend who is actually she's in nutrition, and she said, Donna, I know you like your coffee, but you got to drink 5 cups of water to compensate for that 1 cup of coffee. Yeah, absolutely. You'll find yourself feeling better through the day. And I'll tell you something else water does. It's also going to help you curb your appetite. Now, at first it doesn't. I'm being real with you here. When I had heard that, and I thought, well, it's going to help me lose some weight too. I'll have to tell you, I still starved to death that first few days. But if you'll just make it for 5 days, it's going to help curb that appetite. Okay. Set a timer. Drink 1 glass of water every hour. This is number 6 of 16. This may be one of the easiest hacks up to your hydration game. Make it a goal to drink 1 glass of water every hour. By the end of the day, you'll be well hydrated without even trying. And something, you're actually going to be sleeping a whole lot better at night as well, because you're going to have all that caffeine. And you'll also find you're not eating as much when you drink that much water. Reach, grab the water. A lot of folks say, well, I don't want it out of the tap. I take it out of the tap. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to fill it full of nutrients anyway. And I'm going to fill it full of my lemon juice and my herbs. Absolutely I am. Okay, add fancy ice cubes. I think this is one of the best ideas ever. So if you ever need an easy way to make your water more enticing, fancy ice cubes will work. And it's where it's at, absolutely. So simply make your own ice cubes with fillings like fruit and herbs. And this helps you get rid of leftovers in the refrigerator also, and instantly elevates your water to give it a good flavor and a real good look. I mean, it looks kind of cool. You got your glass and you got your ice cubes in there. You can put strawberries, you can put mint, any kind of herb whatsoever. Even float a few pieces of lemon in there. And as it's melting throughout the day, it's going to look really good and it's going to taste good. It's called flavorful teas. Okay, let's go to a couple more. And that's by making your own spa water, right? Yeah, that's really super good. So let's talk about that for a second. Spa water doesn't have to be reserved for a trip to the spa. Make it your home idea, okay? Making your own spa water by adding fruits. And you can do cucumbers, strawberries. I'll give you that really, really delicious flavor. So have a really nice glass jug. Just looks good. You know, it's in the refrigerator. It looks good. If you got a cap top to it, that's good too. Because if you have some onions lurking in there, your water's going to it'll taste like onions. So if you can find a really nice, I call it a water jug, tea jug, and add a top to it, just get one of those really good gallon jugs and made out of glass because they're easier to clean. It just feels cleaner. And with a top on it, and then put that glass jug into the refrigerator. Put your fruit, your strawberries, whatever you're going to put in there, along with your herbs. And by the way, you can grow herbs all year long. Don't wait just until the summertime to do it. Make sure you got plenty of H2O to go in there as well. So it's going to give you still a real good, delicious flavor as well. Buy a water bottle that tracks it. And let's explain what this is. This is number 9 of 15. So having a visual marker of how much water you've had can be a helpful way to stay on top of feeling hydrated. It's a couple of ways. You can actually download apps, or what you can do to find the endless supply of cute water bottles with markers on the side of the bottle, you can invest in a high-tech bottle that connects to the phone and reminds you to drink more. But I'll tell you something I do. So just put a piece of paper. That's all you got to do. A piece of paper. Draw your own lines. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what you can do, right along the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the 7 days of the week. And then what you can do is write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the top of that sheet. And what you'll do is for every glass of water that you've had, put a little check mark. That's just an easy thing to do. You keep it on the refrigerator so it's handy. And it kind of turns into a little game for you as well. Okay, folks, let's go ahead and cut into a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes. Y'all hang in there, okay?
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant TV. We're syndicated there. You can find us on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We've been talking about how to hydrate yourself, and I found this I love this website. You'll find all kinds of really helpful tips here, and it's yardbarker.com. yardbarker.com. And so we're talking about water, how to stay hydrated, make sure you drink enough. We talked about goal setting and that kind of thing. So this is what I was talking about. So this is my basil. I love my basil herb, and I've got this big pot of it. And let me tell you about the big pot of herb, okay? The more you use it, the more it produces. It's just crazy. Now, I told you, you need to have some scissors that are designated just for the kitchen. Don't use it for cutting hair or anything else. So let me show you what you can do. In your water, so I've got my water right here. And so all I've got to do is cut up. Now, I could put the herb in there. I could put the basil. Make sure you wash it good. Dust and stuff's going to get on it. So I can either just put leaves in there, or I can cut it, I can bruise it, I can do whatever to put that nice, awesome flavor in there. But I'm going to cut it with my scissors, and what's happening is I'm cutting this leaf for the oils to be, and I'm kind of making a kind of like a tea, without having to boil it. And put as much as you want to. A couple, 3 leaves is usually enough. And then what I like to do is have my little stem. I'm going to be using this for cooking. I'm going to make some, probably some chicken soup for supper tonight. So I'm going to use this basil also, part of it, into that stew, and it's going to taste really good. But I'll tell you something else you can do. You can go on ahead and bruise a couple of the bottoms of the leaves, like down here. I'm going to bruise it. See, I'm cutting some of it. And let's cut some down here. Whatever's going to touch the water, basically, is what I'm talking about. And I'm going to make a pretty little garnish. And it smells heavenly. I wish you could smell this basil. Basil is good for everything. A lot of folks use it only for tomato products, like, you know, sauces and stuff like that. And I do. I really do. But I can also place this whole stem in there, and it just makes it look pretty. I don't know if you can see it or not. I should have used a regular glass. This is my favorite cup here from Belinda Miracle. It not only smells good, it's going to keep me filled up. And I love the taste of it. You can put a little bit of lemon in there if you'd like to do that as well. Okay, so we talked about buying a water bottle that tracks it, but you can also just make your own little deal to go in your refrigerator. And it's easy to do, just a piece of cake. Use an app. You can use an app if you want to, so you can glamify, for you folks who really love the tech world, your hydration goals in an app that keeps you on track. There's a lot of them. Now, some you have to pay for, but there's a lot of free ones. So when you go to your Apple or your Android phone and you get inside your app, and you're searching, make sure you type in free. And be really careful now, because if you have the password saved in your phone for your Apple or your Android phone, you could notice a little charge a little bit later. So just make sure that you're really, really clear on what's free and what's not, because sometimes it'll say it's free just for 1 month and you haven't read that little fine print, and all of a sudden you're getting a charge for 15, 20 bucks. So make sure that you check that out. So there's a number of apps that are available to send you a reminder on to drink water and help you to keep a record of how much water that you do consume. You know something else you can do? Set your little timer. You get free on your phone. Set a timer for once every hour. And have it like I have my timer set to a dog barking. I love animals, so you can have it set for different sound tones. So if you wanted it to be water, and you go, well, I want to be reminded about water, and I want to be reminded to drink water once an hour, make it sound like an ocean. And that's going to remind you of water. And you'll go, oh, I hear the ocean going off. Time for another glass of water. That's all you can do. No problem with that. Make it a challenge. Everybody needs a buddy, right? So you'll get your buddy to help you keep you on track. And you can help them stay on track as well. So it's like having a workout buddy. A lot of us just get a friend, to help us out with a lot of things, So leaning on a friend to help you drink more water is a great way to reach your goals. After all, nothing says friendship like helping each other stay hydrated, right? Absolutely. Have a water pitcher. We talked about that just a little bit earlier in the show. By the way, this website is yardbarker.com. Yardbarker, like a dog, barker.com. So if you prefer the taste of cold or filtered water, having a water pitcher may be the key to filling up your glass more. Keep a pitcher in your refrigerator so you have fresh water on hand, or try keeping one on the counter just to visually remind you to drink more water. Drink more water, please. I want to keep you around a very, very long time. And again, I want to remind you again now, if you're like me and you're a coffee drinker, I think I got to have it. I'm almost like a zombie in the morning going towards the coffee pot. And so what Phil does, he sets the timer on the coffee pot. So if I wake up super early and I just can't, because I wake up excited about the day. I do. When I wake up, ding, my eyes are just like that. But I need help, so I've got to have my coffee. So I'm going to remember, okay, we're in this together, okay? You and I are in this together. So what we're going to do, we're going to remember that once an hour we need to drink at least a cup of water, okay? At least a cup or a glass. Okay, now this is number 13 of 15. If you love sweet drinks, add a little water or extra ice to an instant water boost. This hack works well with drinks like juice, iced tea, and lemonade. Let me tell you something else you could do. Plant yourself a little garden. You can do this even if you live in an apartment complex, okay? Now, some things you have to make sure you get it right, with the landlord to make sure you can do this kind of thing. But grow your own berries. You can do this. These blackberries are like the easiest thing in the world to grow. So, or you can buy some when they're on sale. That's another thing. Make sure you check out Albertville Foodland. Walmart sometimes does that. And every once in a while on Amazon, you'll see the Amazon little website down there below. And by the way, if you'll buy your Amazon products through that link right there, I sure would appreciate it. It's helping us here at the station as well. And again, we appreciate it very much. So what you can do, let's say you go to maybe a farmer's market, and he says, I don't want to take all this stuff home. I've been there before. Make me an offer. What do you want for all these blackberries? And make them an offer, take them home, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with all these blackberries? Easy. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to freeze them. Go ahead and wash them. Make sure you've drained them down good, okay? Put them on paper towels and make sure all the water is off. Then what you want to do is get out a big old cookie sheet, and you may have to do it several times depending on how many berries you have. This applies to every berry, not just blackberries. You got strawberries and just everything that's a berry. I got a sweet tooth like crazy. I love berries. And so what you'll do is after they've dried, okay, and you want to put them on a flat surface, it could be like a cookie sheet or maybe a baking stand, whatever, and put everything out level, okay, and you don't want them touching each other. So what you'll do is go ahead and put those inside the freezer and freeze them up for about an hour or so. It's not going to hurt anything. And then what you'll do is take them, once they're frozen, now they're going to be frozen solid, on the counter. You want to get that cookie sheet and you want to kind of slam it down just a little bit. And what it's going to do is make sure it breaks everything up even more. Very quickly, before anything thaws out, what you'll need to do is put these in a real nice freezer bag. Now, you've heard me say this before. The one thing I don't splurge on is freezer bags. I want the good ones, okay? Because if you get freezer burn on your food, you're ruined. I mean, it's not going to taste good. It's going to have a weird taste to it and all that. So make sure you get the good ones. You got to pay for them, okay? And you know you can reuse freezer bags too. So what I do, I'll save my berries and put them in the freezer. And I've broken them. I've got them where I can only take out, if I want to, I can just take out 2 or 3 berries or whatever I want to at a time. Or I can take out, for Phil, I'll take about 20 of them out. So we'll take those out. I'll drop them in my water, put my basil leaf in there or whatever herb you've got. And you can be drinking on that all day long and it's going to taste good. And the more you drink of it, the more fresh it's going to be. Leave the berries in there, okay? Don't throw them away, and you don't have to refill it 50 times either. So all you got to do is leave those berries, leave your basil in there, and then refill it with water, and it's going to taste scrumptious. Let me hurry up. See, I could talk with you all day long. Okay, this is another hack. You may not think about this one. It's number 14 of 15. Eat salty foods. But be careful, don't eat too much, okay? So snackers rejoice. There's a little bit of strategy, but your favorite pastime can help you drink more water. So if you're grazing on salty foods, naturally it makes you thirsty. Or if you eat fish, for some reason when I eat fish, I'm all over it. I mean, I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to have more water. So it's like that fish is going to swim in there is what Phil says. So the next time you're craving a nibble, opt for popcorn, jerky, salted nuts, or just go to your favorite salty snack. That's going to help you eat more. Okay, I've got time for one more. Have a 1-for-1 rule with alcohol if you do that. I beg you not to. And coffee. I'm okay with coffee though. So let's talk about that. Many have heard the 1-for-1 rule when going out for drinking. For every beverage job, you got to have a glass of water. So trust us when we say this trick works just as well for your daily intake as it does to prevent these crazy hangovers. Don't drink, please. And especially don't drink and drive, please. But again, my friend, the esthetician and also nutritionist told me, she said, for all that coffee you're drinking, Donna, if you're drinking 3 cups, you got to have about 15 cups of water. So this is something I found. When I drink more water, I don't have to have as much coffee. Isn't that something? So in the summertime, I just naturally don't drink as much coffee anyway, but I drink a lot in the summertime. Even though the heat's on full blast inside the studio and inside the house, I still feel like I've got to drink something hot. So you got to drink something hot, let it be coffee, or better off, make sure you do tea. And again, you can make tea of these little fresh herbs too. It's good. That tastes good. It's so flavorful. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio. I hope we've helped you out with some of these tips today. And I really do appreciate you sending me texts and emails letting me know what you'd like to see. So make sure you send any text message to my phone, 256-659-4319. You can also send an email to Donna at icradio.media. Donna at icInChristRadio.media. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in just a few minutes with another awesome show. Bye-bye.